Hey guys, welcome back to yet another film photography video. This one is about Reflx Labs 800T and Portra 800. If you've never heard of Reflx Labs before, that's okay. So basically, they do the same thing that Cinestill does in that they buy old, maybe not old, but they buy Kodak cinema film, remove the remjet, and repackage it for 35mm photography. Essentially, both companies do the same thing and re-roll Kodak cinema film for film photography, still photography, but Reflx Labs is $3 cheaper. There is a downside, it ships from China, so it might take a little bit longer, but for that price, I picked up a handful of rolls. After loading up some 800T, I met a friend in Detroit for photos.
ISO film is not good to have right now. Broad daylight. Got it. Doesn't look good, but I waited 5 minutes, so at that point you just take it.
As you can see, we're off to a really bad start. Most companies that resell cinema film in a 35mm package have an issue with film burns like these on the first few frames. Typically, I wouldn't be upset about this, however, this affected the first 7 shots of the roll that I loaded in a pitch black dark room, and then it didn't get until my 9th shot where I actually had a photo that didn't have any kind of red burn in there at all.
Good, how are you? Do you mind if I take a picture of the sideways? Yeah, don't touch it yet. Looking good. I'm glad you didn't touch that, because I like how it's leaning. Have a good day.
While we were shooting, the light conditions were super varied as we were moving through the city and the time was changing, so it was very difficult to maintain consistent edits after scanning. In fact, I've gone over this batch 3 or maybe 4 times now, and well, just watch what happens when I unconvert a negative and then reconvert it. It looks entirely different. I have no idea what's causing this, but the inconsistency sucks. I have noticed it on different rolls of film, so I'm thinking that's more of a Lightroom issue. It's probably something on my end than anything, but I don't know. There were several good shots in this roll, but I wouldn't say they made up for this. Another issue I had was just how dusty this film was. Some shots could be saved, but it took a lot of work. I'd like to take a second and thank my sponsor, which is no one, and share my new redesigned website. Feel free to check it out and connect with me on any social media you'd like before the overlords take it away from us. When I finished the roll of Reflx, I put some Portra 800 in. This roll, I had some similar issues with the lighting and the changing conditions. The first shot on this roll made it worth it, and the next several were all pretty cool. Sunset was just starting in the direction we had to walk to get back to the cars, so it made for some pretty nice lighting. Also, we saw someone get Narcaned, and then we got chased by a homeless lady. We made sure to get back to the parking garage before dark. Now, we had both paid about $35 to park here, so that's a combined $70. Took a couple long exposures, and then security kind of popped up and they kicked us out, even though we had paid for parking, so that was a bummer. downstairs. Is that okay?
I wonder if it's just like Comerica's policy.
Dispatch said they wanted you gone within a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay, we'll go right now. Thanks for
Thank
letting
you.
us know. Dispatch. What? That'll look cool.
Overall, I feel very unsatisfied with most of these shots. A few of them did make the day worth it, and obviously there's always experience to be gained. Now, the question of the hour, would a different film have saved the day? Yes and no. I think there would have been a lot less issues, I would have known a little bit more what to expect, and editing would have been better. But at the end of the day, I didn't do anything interesting enough composition-wise that anything would have really been worth it anyways. Go back and switch any of those pictures with something better like Portra 400 or even Kodak Gold, and I don't think anything would have saved it. That's just on me as a photographer. I was having a rough day apparently. Anyways, that's it for this episode. If you are still watching, please leave a like and feel free to comment something funny. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, I post once a week on Fridays, so please just go ahead and drop a subscribe. I'd love to see you in the next video. I have a little mini photo vlog about exploring an abandoned cabin coming up soon, and I'm also planning a handful of shoots in and around Metro Detroit. And maybe I'll see you out there one of these days.